Yo, what is going on, boys? Today, the Season 7 patch notes has just dropped. We're going to get into that. I'll be skipping anything that says fixed because there's a lot of fixed stuff in here. So let's get into it. We already know this. Season 7 World PvP starts at level 15, new resources, all that good stuff. We will get a sneak peek at the new OPR World Divide during a special preview weekend. They do not say what weekend, but I'm excited to see this. Hopefully it's very good. M3 upgrades. Unified M3s using one gear loadout across all M3 mutated expeditions. Activity Finder matchmaking for M3 expeditions are seamless. And upgrade rewards conquer challenge and collect their better loot than ever before. So I'm pretty sure what this basically means that they're going to have like the same element for all M3s so that you don't have to keep switching your gems out as much, because that's very annoying, I know, for a lot of players. So I'm pretty sure that's what this change means. Got some bug fixes here. There'll be a lot of bug fixes. New weapons and gear. Void Gauntlet. So these are new artifacts. Void Gauntlet heals 100% more health and deals 50% more damage with S Rupture, unlocked by defeating the Ice Mammoth and 20 frozen boys in Tarn. Life stat 30% DR. We went over this. This thing seems insanely broken. I'm really surprised they didn't end up nerfing this. I don't know what they plan on doing. This feels like this just makes life staff just unkillable now, but I mean, they already were unkillable, but this just makes them more unkillable. Ice Gauntlet inflicts frostburn by breaking Entomb. We don't know the dot here, which sucks, but I'm sure there's an in-game tooltip. Fire Staff, the Burninator sacrifice damage for increased burn effects, 15% over 5 seconds, collecting Ember Flames in Scorched Dunes. I think this seems okay, nothing too special. The bow deals 15% more damage to poison enemies via the Venom questline. This one seems pretty strong because now you can run like a finisher artifact, but for bow. But they have to be poison, and you do have access to poisons on bow, so this seems like this would be relatively strong. For PvE though, I think finisher is just better still. Rapier applies a stack of burn effects with heavy melee attacks. You have to defeat Dorgot in the volcanic layer to earn lava tip. Doesn't say there's a cap on this, so I imagine this is kind of infinite then. And you get it from heavy attacks. I wonder how this would pair with the greatsword. I think that'd be really fun to try out because greatsword have those increased heavy attack speed by 50%. Well, that could be interesting to test out. Plus, I think this also works with range, and range is, very safe, so it also seems like it'd be fun. Automatically recharges healing potions after 20 hits. 90-second cooldown. Complete the Alchemist trial in the Forbidden Labs. This is an earring now, by the way. We're not on a weapon. This seems, I don't think this will be very good, simply because you can sometimes get a lot of value. Like the 30 seconds can be completely cut down, or you can get it when it's on like 3 seconds off cooldown, and then it will be procced, and then it'll go on the 90-second cooldown here. So I think this will be not the best. An interesting change would be if they implemented it so if it was under 5 seconds until your potion came up, this could not proc, but the second you drank your potion, it would automatically proc again, so you get 2 instant pots. That would be a very interesting thing, and I would love to see how that would play out if they had something like that in mind. But I feel like it's just too situational, man. If you're on 3-second potions, this thing procs is basically useless, and then it goes on to 90-second cooldowns. It's not worth an artifact slot, in my opinion. Must get the shrapnel, causes an enemy to bleed on headshots, earned by defeating the War Machine Captain in Ashen Barracks. Too situational once again. Maybe for PvE this would kind of work. Depends on the bleed damage, but for PvE this would be terrible. Way too hard to hit headshots consistently to make use out of this. So then we have seasonal events. The Siege of Sulfur, team with 10 max level players to defeat Sandwort eggs from waves of the Sulfur Elementals. Looks like a mini raid. This seems really fun. I wonder if they'll end up keeping this, so this is really popular. Legacy, we got to kill some minions to claim up to 700 gear scores. So basically we had last season, but this season, for you guys don't know, there'll be an open world boss that you have to kill, basically like the Yetis, and that is what this guy is. Rabbit's Revenge, hunt mischievous corrupted rabbits for exciting loot in this fan favorite event. You just got to kill rabbits, bro. Very simple. So we got exclusive rewards. We got a skin, tool skin, mask skin, tent skin, artifact, transmog, tokens, dyes, and consumables. And this is the premium track. Combat. So we have a fix. This is all fixes. We'll be skipping this. All fixes again. If you want to read the fixes, you can do that yourself. There's a lot of fixes, man, and some of these fixes are so minor, like this, like incorrect knockback on double hit Earth Ripper projectile on Kuruk. Like this is, I think, very minor, but just too much to read through. OPR, matchmaking, update your MMR based on your personal score instead of just wins and losses. This is, I think, a really strong change, because before the matchmaking system was really terrible and it was only off your wins and losses, but now it's gonna be off your score. So if you're just, doing really, really good and carrying your OPRs, then your MMR should be really high, and hopefully it will balance out the OPRs more, because lately I would say 80% of OPR maps are just one-sided stomps. Either my team is destroying them or I'm getting destroyed. And that makes OPR insanely unfun, in my opinion. So hopefully that fixes this issue, because OPRs are just not enjoyable when 80% of my OPRs are like this. OPR updated shop offerings, added a new buildable wall for adding cover. This seems really cool. I want to try this out. Add regen potions, saving on the money, and cleansing elixir. This one's really big. This may see stone form drop out of favor in OPR. If you can have a cleansing elixir, I don't know how many people are going to be rocking stone form now. Dark Ascent looks like a really good heart rune now, because you can just carry a cleansing elixir along with you. Fixed an issue. Added 25% scoring bonus for fighting near captured points in OPR Rush. So I guess this is just to your own score. So it would increase your MMR. So if you want to have lower MMR, you don't fight near the capture points. Optimize this, dismounting, breaks music. These are all bug fixes. Fix. Lots of fixes. Oh my lord, dude. It should be new bug Aeternum. God damn, they fixed a lot of stuff. Health and regen potions. They are now both more powerful. However, they have a shared cooldown, and the cooldown has been adjusted to compensate. Created a new potion category called survival potions that will have a shared cooldown and allow us to add additional potion types to help with survivability. Health regen potions are added to this category. So this is really, I feel like most people are going to be leaning towards regen pots over health pots, because regen pots are just generally better. And I imagine if they're sharing the same cooldown, regen pots will have overall more healing than a health potion, but a health potion will be more instant. And because generally in a fight, usually you don't die immediately, you usually live for quite a while. I imagine the regen potion will be more meta than the health potion because of this. I could be wrong. I don't know what the cooldown is. I imagine they will lower the cooldown maybe to 20 seconds from 30. And then that makes you have to make more decisions. Overall, I think it's a good change. Adds more skill cap to the game, rather than just, oh, my potion's off cooldown, let me click. Healing and functionality. Increase the tick rate. Passive food healing from 2.5 seconds to 2 seconds. Increase the out of combat bonus to food healing to 100% from 50. Woo, doubling, baby. Also remove the 20-second of burst healing that is removed on hit when consuming food to compensate for the additional power of healing. Oh, they removed this. That's so sad. I love this. Was a really fun mechanic. I don't agree with this. This was fine. Completely counterable. Specific power increases the current health and regen potion to compensate for a cooldown. Increase the shared cooldown changes. Health potion, oh, it says right here, 25 seconds. Increases the power of healing. Increases the power of healing per second from 10 to 15 to account for the various changes. That's really insane though. 25, so they reduced it by 5 seconds. So if you have the thing that reduces it by another 10, it'll be about 23 seconds, 22 seconds until your potion will come back up. That's a very high uptime. That's like an 80% uptime on your regen pot. So that's very strong. I wonder how this regen serum, oh, that's my next question. 25 seconds, adjusts the power to compensate for the reduced cooldown. Why don't they show numbers in here? I wish they would. Like, I feel like that's so important. Like, why can't we see percentages here? They're just too lazy. Adjust the way the ranged weapons persist damage multiplier is calculated. Okay. Reverted the PvP damage scaling that was added to reduce the damage of blunderbuss to account for target lock. Oh, so what? Are they removing the hit scan on the BB? This sounds like they're moving hit scan on BB. Death door. Added a timer to death door that prevents a player from giving up for the first 3 seconds of death door. This is done to prevent accidental button presses immediately after death. I've done this so much, I actually had to switch my hotkey, dude. I fixed this one myself. I swapped my hotkeys around because I kept doing that. That's funny. I disagree with this. I feel like you can just change your hotkey and this is completely fine, but I don't know, maybe you can't on controller. Added a notification to trigger to inform a player about entering death door and why there is a delay to give up is pressed too early. Added a grit light attack startup when using 300 con attribute threshold bonus. Ooh! Grit on lights are back, baby. That would a perk that gives you bonus damage while having active grit might become more of a meta now because of this. Bruisers will be loving this. Swimming. Dash will now consume 50 stamina. What the fuck? Encumbered state now blocks dash and reduces swimming speed while swimming. Wow. They nerf swimming. They implement swimming and they nerf it the next patch. Disgusting. Perks. Fix. Updated. Fix. Added Burden Smite Flail perk to also provide a benefit while in PvP will not grant armor penetration. This is adjusted damage type, shield ward, damage type perk. Adjusted Healthy Toes perk to a smaller heal over time instead of granting a burst heal once it is the same amount of healing but over 4 seconds. If you guys don't know, this is the perk where you drink a mana potion and it gives you like 10% of your base health, but now I guess it's over 4 seconds. Interesting change. When equipping and unequipping items from health modifier packs, current health will scale proportionally to new maximum HP. Was there like a bug here? All right, on to the weapon balance. Increases the spread of inaccuracy of blunderbuss when target lock onto it. Yep, I knew they had to be changing something, and here it is. So they are keeping a hit scan, which I disagree with. I think they should just remove hit scan, and that would completely negate the issue with blunderbuss. But I guess they don't want to do that for some reason. I don't know why. Fixed an issue where blunderbuss, shadow blast. This is fix. We don't care about fixes. This should nerf. I don't know. It depends on the inaccuracy. But if they're giving it the 20% damage back, right, then I imagine they would have to make this, you know, at least 20% more inaccurate. Probably 50%. So maybe people will start going back to manually aiming BB, but I doubt it because it just really depends on how bad the inaccuracy is. No percentages are given here once again. Bow, fix. Ancient Guardian, Bowman, no longer stretching forward when aiming it. Optimizing pass for poison shot ability. So they're just fixing and fires that fix. Reduces Z's of immolation to 10% incoming and 5% outgoing from 20 and 10% respectively. Reduce the max stats of dots from 5 to 4. It's a nerf, but not. I feel like fire staff is the best weapon in the game. I'm not really sure where this is on the fire staff tree, but this nerf is 5% of dot damage. I mean, it definitely will help, but dude, fire staff is so broken. Like, this is not enough to change it. Still, I think will be the best weapon in the game. Besides, you know, of course, life staff. Great at flails, fixing. I suppose it didn't buff flail. Flail's probably one of the weakest weapons in the game. Great axe added additional clarity to whirlwind tooltip. Reworded bloodlust description to make it more clear. Okay. I don't even know why we even have to. Okay. Adjusted the effects of several great axes to better align with the shape of the battle blade. Woo! So no buffs. Great sword. Fix. Now, here we go. Remove the left hand open and close at the end of the greatsword. Jump in place. Fix greatsword land into idle. What is this? So that the left arm does not let go of the sword at the start of the... But I guess they're just fixing animations here. So really nothing again. Hatchet. Increase divide death cooldown from 60 to 70 seconds. Oh, they're nerfing Hatchet, really. Slightly reduces homing max move distance from 4 to 3.75. Nothing really big. Ice Gauntlet, fix. Rework the energizing critical distribution to be more clear. Fix. Lifestyle. Group raid members can now correctly highlight red in the group raid HUD when out of healing range and life staff is equipped. Alright, this is quality of life. Added the ability to remap self-target on gamepad. Ooh, buff to controller. When aiming throwables items while life staff is equipped, target locking will now lock onto enemies only, not allies. Wow. I can't believe they didn't make more balance changes to the weapons, dude. Like I feel like those new series just spice up the meta a bit, man. Like, what is this? None of the weapons got touched at all besides fire staff and BB. Every other weapon's basically untouched here. And the fire staff nerf is so minor. The only weapon that really got changed is the BB. Musket, fix. Rapier, fix. Address this issue where Rapier had a bit more cooldown reduction than intended. Ooh, no, we cannot have that. Too much cooldown. Changed up the red curtain passive to have a brief cooldown after each trigger. Wow, this is actually kind of a big nerf in some ways, depending on how you use Rapier. Balance? Self-healing. Increase self-healing reduction in PvP from 10 to 30%. Wait, are they nerfing my life-stealing build? What the fuck? Does not apply to potions. I'm pretty sure this means my blood drinker is worse now. And this affects shirking heals as well, no? And I'm pretty sure that's just a nerf to all other healing. Slightly reduces the duration of the sprint delay when hit from a melee attack or light equipment load. Oh, they're buffing it. And medium equipment load. Oh, they're buffing both of these so you can run more. Interesting. I think this buffs mainly range because range is the one that needs this more than anything. Melee, it's not super impactful. Definitely will help, but it just makes catching Rapier range players a lot harder. Adjusted to the fuel upgrade, Flourish and Finish will now only proc once per tick of the Rapier bleed, not increased by stack and number of the target is on. But the value has been increased from 3.5 to 9%. Spear, fix. Sword and shields, fix. Chains, the Golden Curse Tower Shield tilt. Modify the sword final blow passive functionality to only increase the threat generation when in heavy equipment mode. Wow. Fix. Updated. Ooh, updated. Functionality of refreshing precision to have a cooldown per activation instead of doing target limit. I wish they would have the passive here. I don't remember what this passive does, but Warhammer world updates. Oh, Lord of mercy on my fixes. By player request, we have changed the Gorgonite Inductor raid crafting recipes. The recipes using Gorgon Essence to no longer equip the Magnify. The items crafted using these recipes will have randomly assigned attribute perks. This will allow you to insert the perk into these recipes, determine which attribute you want. Yeah, I heard because people were complaining that there's too much Magnify in the game. And I guess the way they're gonna try and fix this is with the crafting with the Gorgonite Inductors, because there's so much Magnify, man. It's literally almost on all my gear pieces I magnify, so it's kind of crazy. I think this change is definitely welcome. Added artifacts in season 6 to the battle pass to the PvP reward track. Wow. So now if you want those artifacts from last season, dude, gotta get them on the PvP track. And we all know how impossible that is. Ho ho ho. Good luck. Based on feedback, the way artifacts are available on PvP reward track have been changed. Artifacts are more likely to show up on all levels. Oh my lord! Artifacts are significantly more likely to roll on every level after PvP track level 50, so they cut the requirement by half. Now you don't have to be 100. Oh my god, dude, bless the lord. They buffed the PvP track. See this, there is some good stuff in these long paragraphs. Some new resources have been added to raids and mutated expedition to add improved access to max gear score. By combining damage, Gorgon Eyes, a daily limit will drop by the Hyper Gorgon and Sandworm. Mutated Dust, a drop from Mutated Expedition, and a Azut Focus, a new crafting material. Players can craft an inventory cache for themselves. This will grant a few items that can roll up to 725. Oh my god, they're finally increasing crafting to 725 for certain items. That's big, dude. Crafting the cache does not require a high trade level skill, though the Azut Focus does require a medium level in Arcana. These items are able to roll raid specific perks as well as elemental mutation perks. We'll be monitoring this in the future, but we're pulling mutations back into the endgame reward. So I guess you can farm now mutations and get this insanely new valuable material. Allow yourself to craft 725 gear score. This is insanely valuable. Mutations are back on the menu, boys. They were useless and now they're actually very valuable. Crazy. Crafting, useless. Remove Blessed Rivet and Jewelry Matrix to the outfitting station to be more consistent with other jewelry crafting recipes. Yeah, this one was always confusing. I never understood why they had it in at least was in stone cutting. Once you've crafted an artifact to 725, you can no longer see the 700 gear score crafting recipe. This was done to prevent an issue where players could accidentally craft an artifact to lower gear score. Rough. Expeditions. Mount. Improve mount swimming animation. Okay, our mounts can now swim, boys. Huge. Add a random fidget animation to each mount while idling. Nice. Trials. Level increased to 70. Nice. So I did skip over a lot of stuff. If you guys see anything that I missed that was important, make sure to let me know down in the comments. I'm just not reading all the fixed stuff. There's way too much, man. I tried to cover everything I personally found was important that would impact most amount of people. I know most people probably don't care about like the minor fixes in dungeons and like AI turning to be smoother. Like, I feel like most people don't really care about this type of stuff. And I think overall, I welcome new patch, some nice changes. I like that potion change actually a lot. I feel like that will spice up PvP, make it more challenging, spice up the meta maybe. I do wish, however, there were more buffs to weapons, man. I feel like the lack of weapon buffs or nerfs is really disappointing in my opinion. Probably the worst part about the patch. I feel like when a new patch is released, like I like to spice up the balance, man. I feel like that makes the game always feel a bit more like fresh. Because then new weapons come into the meta, you know, old weapons start going out of the meta, you know, it just adds like a new feeling. It feels like you're playing like a DLC kind of, right? When they make a big patch to all the weapons. And sadly, this patch, we got none of it. We got very minor nerfs. The biggest change, hands down, was the BB. And after that, it was the fire staff, but the fire staff change I think is so minor, unless this is bigger than what I think. But this change right here will not impact fire staff too much because fire staff is already disgustingly broken. It's hands down, in my opinion, the best weapon in the game. BB is probably, you know, up there with top 3, but with this nerf, I don't know. But this weapon just needs to be like nerfed more, and like other weapons should be buffed more. I wish they would address tracking in terms of melee. I feel like this would be a good patch to do that, unless I skipped it by accident because of all the fixes, but I doubt it because it wouldn't be a fix. It would be like something important. The artifacts here, I feel like cool, and they will definitely maybe shift the meta a bit. I don't understand this one right here. This is disgustingly overpowered. After casting a life staff ability, you will get 30% DR. Now, I don't know if this can be ticked off by dots, but if it's only ticked off by like light attacks, heavies, or abilities, this will be insanely overpowered if dots cannot tick this off. And they don't say it. I don't know if it can be ticked off by dots, but if it can't, this will be hands down the best artifact in the game, in my opinion, because life staff's already insanely hard to kill. You pair that with the rapier, you already can't kill them. It's impossible. And then you give them an artifact like this that gives 30% DR after casting an ability that heals them basically to full HP. Disgusting. I don't understand why this is in the game. And life staff players don't need it for PvE either. Like life staff's already strong in PvE, so I don't understand where this is coming from. Makes no sense to me, but it is what it is. Overall, the other artifacts, none of them seem very overtuned. This one seems interesting. The Ice Gauntlet, maybe more melee Ice Gauntlet, or the Void Gauntlet one here. This one seems strong as well, but nothing seems like insanely broken, like Serenity level, or this life staff level of broken. Those are just my thoughts about the patch. I'd love to know yours down in the comments below. Huge shout out to all my YouTube and Twitch subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the support. You can become one as well. I really would appreciate that. And with that, you guys all have a fantastic day. Peace.